Crack-a-lucky, and how is everybody doing this morning? It is 70 degrees down here in beautiful sunshiny Florida. I hope everybody is having a great and wonderful morning. And I hope you are not freezing your tail off if you are up north. I hope you are staying very warm. I actually kind of miss Pennsylvania a little bit. I don't miss the cold, but I miss the snow. Even if my mom did send me a picture of the snow, though, so thanks for that, Mom. You know what? I just thought of, I know it's off the video and off of my content, what I'm going to do for my video today, but, you know, I just thought every time I say that good morning like that, like, it almost reminds me of, I don't know if y'all seen the movie, Robin Williams, whenever he played in Good Morning Vietnam. He's like, Good Morning Vietnam! I don't know why. I absolutely love that part, and I don't even know why. Like it, I don't know. Maybe it's just because he's being loud, and I like to be loud. You know, I'm a very loud person. Like if y'all know me, you knew that, and I get excited over just a little with stuff. You know what I mean? But Robin Williams, even though he was like, he lived so depressed, y'all, like he really was. And they say though, like the best comics are usually the ones that are depressed because, you know, they are trying to make everyone else laugh and they hide behind that, you know. But, you know, it really hurt my heart whenever he passed away. He was awesome. He is my stepson's absolute favorite comic, and I understand why, because he's a great comic, and like my stepson has like almost every one of his movies. If he don't have it and he hears of it, he will get it because he absolutely loves Robin Williams. Okay, back to the vlog, y'all. Well, my vlog today, it kind of makes me a little bit upset. You know, because I know if this was happening when I was in school and I seen it, you know, like me and the group of people that I hung around with, you know, I really don't want to say that we were like hard asses or bad asses or anything like that. It's just like nobody messed with us, you know. But what I want to talk about, sorry about that, my ear was itching. What I want to talk about is bullying. Bullying. I had to get that out. I'm sorry if I didn't get that out, then it would just keep on coming out. Bullying. But I got it. Okay, bullying. You know, I really don't even know where to start because I want to start to where I can tell you about it to where I'm not going to get like, see, I get really heartfelt about stuff and stuff like that, you know, because, you know, people, if you think about it and I see it and, like, I'm seeing like people get bullied because they don't have, you know, a lot of money, you know. They get bullied because their house don't look as good as everybody else's, or because they don't wear designer jeans, or, you know, they don't wear expensive clothes, and, you know, the expensive shoes, and, you know, if they're a little bit overweight, you know, if they're underweight, like, you know what I mean? Kids nowadays absolutely kill me, like, you know what I mean? And the worst part is, this is the absolute worst part, is the schools don't do nothing about it. Like, I don't know if I could get in trouble for this, but I hope not, but I'm going to put one of the schools out there, Brownsville, the school that I actually went to. There was just an incident with two girls, okay? Well, they was getting bullied, you know, not at the same time, I mean, I guess sometimes it was at the same time, but these two girls was actually friends, and I really don't know why they was getting bullied, but this actually made the news. This is how bad it was. Like, there's like a group between four and six girls, okay, that bullied these girls, used to actually hit them and beat on them and push them around and knock them down. Like, it got to the point where these 4 to 6 girls knocked these girls down and was kicking them and punching them, and it actually got on video, and then the girl come on, the one girl that, got bullied all the time and she's like, well, these group of girls have been bullying everyone. Of course, they've went to school with them since grammar school, like, for years, and Brownsville actually knows about it. Like, the teachers know these girls do it, and, why? How can these teachers and principal and vice principal and everything not put a stop to this? You know what I mean? Listen, if I was a principal and I had that come in front of me, it would be hard for me to let these girls even come back to my school. Truthfully. If I was a teacher and I seen it, I would take it to the furthest extent that I could to get these girls kicked out of school. And that is one of the worst things, is that the schools aren't doing anything to stop this. You know what I mean? And then they make excuses. Well, we don't know what's going on. Bull. You do so know what's going on. You know what I mean? What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of these people's parents? Like, I don't understand why you would let bullying go on, especially with how big the bullying has gotten in these last few years, and actually what it has pushed kids to. You know what I mean? Like, think about it, if you're being bullied, you could only be pushed so far. You know what I mean? A person can only be pushed so far before, they snap, or something in them snaps, or they just can't take it no more, and they just, break down, or, there's kids that actually have, committed suicide, or actually tried to commit suicide, or, because of bullying, because they can't take being picked on no more, or bullied no more. This ain't right. You know what I mean? So, if you're, please, everybody share this, because what I'm going to say is we really need to get this out there. And if you are in school and you see someone being bullied, please stop it. If you can't stop it yourself, like, go to, a principal, or if you have a security guard, go to the security guard. If they don't want to do nothing, go to the school board. You know what I mean? Just keep on doing it to where, they're either going to get tired of hearing you and do something about it, or, if it got far enough and the school wasn't doing nothing, I know in Pennsylvania, if you call Channel 11 News and you tell them that this is going on and the school won't do nothing about it, I guarantee you Channel 11 News will come down and go in there. But I guarantee you in other states it will happen too. Because, listen, that's another reason why these kids, a lot of these kids are shooting places up. I'm not going to say that, it's okay for them to do it, because it's not. They shouldn't, you know what I mean? They shouldn't do something like that. You know what I mean? In a million years, I don't want to see no kid get hurt, even if you are a bully. You know what I mean? I don't want to see you get hurt. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's because if you watch it and they get bullied and bullied and bullied, and then, you know, if they're not in their right mind and it takes them out of their right mindset, you know what I mean? And they can get their hands on a gun or a knife or something, and they come to school with that, and they just, you know, they black out. You know what I mean? And they start shooting or stabbing, or, you know what I mean? Like, maybe if we could stop the bullying, we could stop a lot of the violence that happens in these schools. You know, like school shootings and that. I mean, I know they're not all because of that, because, you know, there are some school shootings where the people come from, you know, outside or whatever. But most of them are kids that has been bullied, you know, either, you know what I mean, so much to where they couldn't take it no more, or they've been bullied, you know, all throughout their school career, or, you know, it's asinine that this got to go on, for real, for real. You know, it should not be like this. It should not be like this at all. You know what I mean? And, you know, sometimes these bullies even grow up and, you know what I mean, they're adult bullies. You know what I'm saying? There are actually adult bullies. And, you know, if you ask me, excuse my language, it's bullshit, you know. But that's what I'm saying, y'all, is there is no reason at all to bully anybody because they are different, or because they don't have as much money as you, or because they don't have the money to be as clean as you, or, you know, these people are down and out, okay? And then you're going to stack on top of it by bullying them. No. I'm sorry, but you need smacked upside your damn head. You know what I mean? Throw some damn handcuffs on them bullies. I bet you they quit real quick. Because most of these bullies, they pick on people that they're scared of. That's why most bullies, there is more than one. You know what I mean? Like these group of 6 girls, okay? I bet you if it was one-on-one, they would not bully, I bet you, any money. If they were separated, they would not bully because they are probably afraid. You know what I mean? And that's what they say. Like, even with, I know it's off of the subject, but with racism. You know what I mean? Usually you're racist against something you're afraid of. Truthfully, you know. And, I mean, this stuff's been proven. You know what I mean? Or you don't like something because you're afraid of it. And, you know, it's true. Think about it, y'all. All this is true. And if you think about it, if we could stop this bullying, I guarantee you the school crimes would probably go down 80 to 90%. I guarantee it. You know what I mean? Why can't we just have love for one another? You know what I mean? For everybody. Like, there's no sense in us to be like this. You know what I mean? There's no sense at all for bullying. You know, what you should be doing is saying, hey, can I help you? You know, is there anything I can do? Oh, I see you got holes in your shoes. I got an extra pair of shoes. Would you like them? I won't let nobody know. You know what I mean? Because, you know, if you ask, like, somebody that's in need, a lot of times they're going to say, No, they don't want it because they're afraid that, you know, say if I ask somebody, you know, hey, I see you have a pair of shoes with holes in it, you know what I mean? I got an extra pair of shoes. Would you like to have them? You know, they don't have holes in them. They're not brand new, but they're, you know, in a little bit better shape than yours are. And, you know, 9 times out of 10, the person's probably going to say, no, I'm sorry, but, you know, I'll just stick with these until I can, because they are afraid that I'm going to go and say, these people, they're so broke, I even had to give them a pair of shoes. But me, I would never do nothing like that. You know what I mean? And hopefully, if you help somebody out, neither would you. You know? Just, people, you need to use your hearts, man. Use your hearts. Like, I wish to God that this was around and this was happening whenever we was in school. Because the group of people that I hung around with, I guarantee you that we would not let that happen if we seen it. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's crazy that in my day in high school, mostly everybody got along. And if we didn't get along, we just didn't bother with each other. You know what I mean? Like, there was different, don't get me wrong, there's different groups in school, you know what I mean? Like, they call them techers, or, you know what I mean, or jocks, or, you know what I mean, or band, or, you know. But, you know what? We didn't bother one another, you know, and then when we, like, you know what I mean? I went to tech when I was in high school, so I was considered a techer, yeah. And, you know, but I still had friends that, you know, played sports and stayed at the high school all year round, and, you know what I mean? And went to school for the academic, you know what I mean? Didn't play no sports, but didn't go to tech because, you know, they was in gifted classes that you know, they were so smart to where they was in. I had friends in there, you know what I mean? I had friends all over the place because, you know, even though we was different, we was still the same. You know what I mean? We are still humans, and you can make friends with just about anybody as long as you can get along with people. You can make friends with just about anybody, and that's how I am. I can get along with anyone, and that's how, I mean, I'm not saying that everybody needs to, hey, go be like Skits, you know what I mean? And I got the Schizo, okay? People are going to be like, well, how do you get that nickname? How do you get that? I actually got that nickname from an old guy, an old truck driver at a truck stop that I was stuck in. Whenever I first started driving truck, you know, I had a layover for like 2 or 3 days. And then I drove cross country with this guy. You know what I mean? I mean, not like actually with him. He was in his truck and I was in mine. We was in 2 different companies, but, you know, we was both going from, like, we picked up in Hershey, Pennsylvania, and we was both going to Fontana, California. Well, by the middle of the trip, he started calling me Schizo. You know what I mean? And I'm like, why is he calling me that? You know? And, he asked me, and I asked him, I said, why you call me that? You know what I mean? Did I do something or something for you to call me that? And he says, no, not really. And he asked me, he said, what is your handle on a CB? He said, I know you just started driving, you know. I just came fresh, you know what I mean? Like it's my first run without my trainer, you know. I just got my truck and I'm going from, you know, I just left home and I'm going from Fontana, California. Hershey, Pennsylvania to Fontana, California. And he calls me, like I said, Schizo, and I told him no, I didn't have a handle, and he said, well, that's your handle. So ever since then, that's what it's been. So when I started driving truck, I got that, you know what I mean, as my handle, and then, You know, it kind of stuck as a nickname and that. So there you go. That's how I became Schizo. But, you know what I mean? Back to the thing that I was talking about. You know, there's no reason at all for us to be bullies, you know. So please, please, I'm asking you, and I'm sure everybody else would ask y'all, you know, if you see somebody bullying, please put an end to it. I'm not saying go up there and beat that bully up, but I am saying, hey, you know, could you please leave them alone, you know? And if they don't want to, you know, wherever you're at, you can go to some kind of authority. You know what I mean? I'm not saying go out there and hit nobody or anything like that. I'm just saying whatever you do, try to put an end to it. You know what I mean? But, and a lot of times, you know, if the person would get courage to stand up to that bully, most of the times, that bully is basically he's a wimp. And they're doing it because they are afraid. You know, but if you turn around and be like, what's up? You know, most of them, they will back down. For real. They will. But, yeah, so please, you know, I don't even know what else to say, you know, other than, you know, love one another. You know what I mean? You don't have to bully somebody. You know, go on and have fun, man. There's no sense in making your life or somebody else's life miserable. You know? So for me, please, please, try not to bully. And if you see it happening, please, try something to put an end to it without violence. Okay? And do me a favor, everybody that can share this video, share it on every social media that you have, you know, and let them know, you know, hey, this is about bullying. Let's get this out there. You know what I mean? And, you know, if I see something about bullying, I always share it because, you know, I think that it should stop also. So, like I said, share the video for me. Pound that like button. Leave me a comment down below. You know all the reasons to leave me a comment. Something you want me to talk about. Something you want me to complain about. Or if you want Schizo the cartoon to do something. Old Schizo the cartoon. He's a character. And if you want to see something in Florida, let me know. I will try to go check it out or whatever. We got a lot of stuff coming up with the channel, especially when spring hits, when we are going to go crazy with this channel. Hit subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And when you hit subscribe, that little bell will pop up down here. Yeah, hit that bell. And then whenever I upload a video, it will either ding-a-ling, it will play a song, it will vibrate, your phone will light up, it will do something, whatever it does for your notifications. That's what it will do, because it will be turning your notifications on to let you know I upload a video. I hope that everyone has a great and wonderful day. Great and wonderful. I know I'm probably confusing y'all. I usually don't wear a ball cap, huh? I used to wear one all the time when I was a kid, but, you know. But have a great and wonderful day. And I will be back at you soon. Schizo the cartoon, I think, is doing some content today. So he will have stuff out soon. All right, much love, y'all. And like I said, stop the bullies. This is Schizo, and for now, I am out of here.